I wanted to see if you could call 911 on a computer. By the way, I'm not actually going to call 911. No, I'm not in any danger. I just want to see if there is a phone app, and where there is a phone app, there is an ability. But I'm never going to call 911, and I don't want any of you calling 911 unless you have to. I'm only making this video so that if you ever need to call 911 using your computer, you can. So there's this thing called BlueStacks. BlueStacks, I have the installer for here. This is the BlueStacks installer, and you can just go to the website. This is BlueStacks 5. I like it best. This is where you can download BlueStacks. I'm going to open up BlueStacks. What BlueStacks does is it allows you to use apps that are for your phone on your computer. That's why when I make episode stories and I share them on like external sites other than episode, I always refer to BlueStacks so that people with a PC can play app games on their PC because episode is an app game. So I'm going to see if I can find a phone app. And I'm not going to call 911 and I don't need 911. I just wanted to know. I had thought of a scenario where a dude was friends with this dude. And TMI, this might be a bit graphic, but in my head, he was friends with this dude who was clearly extremely dangerous. He used to make jokes about really small children getting assaulted sexually. And once he made a joke about his friend getting sexually assaulted by him. So his friend, being disturbed, ended up breaking off the friendship. They were both dudes. One of the friends was still living with his mom, and the other friend was not. So one's an adult and one's a young teen. The male that was living with his mom got kidnapped by the friend he cut off due to his horrid jokes. And when he made a joke about him getting raped, he decided that enough was enough. After that, he gets kidnapped, locked in a room, and his friend, we're gonna call the friend that's basically the rapist, and we're gonna call the kid that cut him off the victim, because that's basically what's happening here. The victim got locked in a room because the rapist didn't want his friend to break things off with him. Took the victim's phone away, left him alone with a computer. The victim was in a state of panic, and in my imagination, the victim goes on Reddit. He asks people, hey, do you guys have a link to something, a site where you can call the police from that site? And that's what the victim wanted to. Is there a website where you can call the police? People began leaving links, and his mother, who had been a rape victim before, which had resulted in the victim being born, and she found the Reddit post and not only sent him a link but called the police. He had detailed his situation. She knew his friend's address because they were friends. She just didn't know about the creepy jokes. She called the police because she was actually alarmed because he did tell people how dangerous the rapist was, but which is why they started sending links. And the victim used it to get the police, and the mom calls the police on her phone, and they go over to where the victim is being kidnapped and held and end up getting him out. That's why I was like wondering, can you call the police on a computer because not everyone has a phone? What if your kidnapper takes your phone away? So we have this Text Now app, call plus text unlimited. Get unlimited calls and texts with a local phone number. So with BlueStacks, you can install phone apps